Hello once again. This is the third video in our Getting Ready for Chem 105 series, and it focuses on your quizzes and exams. So without further ado, let's get into that. I'm going to pull up the syllabus here. So as far as quizzes and exams go, like I said in the introductory video, there are 10 units, 10 units this semester. And each one of those comes with its own quiz. Now, the quiz itself is over primarily the main big idea topics of a particular chapter or a particular module. Um, and they're usually given within a couple of days of the end of that module in class. So, for example, if I'm looking at module one, we will end probably on Monday of week two. The module one quiz will be on Wednesday and Thursday of that week. All of your quizzes are given in your lab. Now, if you aren't in a lab because you are retaking the lecture part of the course, but not the laboratory part of the course because you've already got credit for it, you'll just need to meet with me to discuss how to take the quizzes on time. And usually that just means we'll set up something for you in the learning lab so that you can take them in there on those days when everybody else is taking them, but on your own schedule because you don't have a lab to take them in instead. But every single quiz covers that particular unit's kind of highlights. Now, periodically, every 2 to 3 modules, we will have a larger comprehensive exam that covers those modules in not necessarily greater depth, but we're going to go after them and make sure that you understand the big ideas and that you've improved from the first quiz. So, for example, modules 1, 2, and 3 all slide into exam 1. Exam 1 is tentatively set for the middle of week 6. So September 25th is the tentative date for that. And thing that you should know about the exam dates is they're subject to change. If it turns out that we just needed more time or we're a little bit ahead, we can shift that by a lecture day or so. It just depends. Um, your quizzes make up about 15% of your grade. So you've got those 10 quizzes, they make up about 15% of your grade. Again, the primary purpose of the quizzes is progress checking. So your homework, which is something that you're doing continuously throughout the semester, you have homework that is due pretty much every single day, or at least every other day. The days in between classes are when your homework assignments are due. Those assignments fit into the grander scheme of getting you ready for the quiz. And then the quiz is kind of a marking post, tells us, okay, this is where we are right now after we just completed it. By the time we get to the exam later on in the semester, hopefully we'll have improved upon this knowledge and are able to show greater mastery by the time we get to the exam itself. So quizzes are worth 15% of the grade. Your exams are worth half of your grade, 50%. And there are 4 quizzes, or excuse me, 4 exams in total. 3 exams given during class. And so exam 1, which covers modules 1, 2, and 3, is going to be somewhere in week 6, tentatively for the 25th. Exam 2 covers modules 4 and 5. It's going to be somewhere in week 11. Week 11. 11 . 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11 again, tentatively for the 28th of October. And then exam 3 will be given during Thanksgiving week, week 15 on the 25th. Again, that's tentative, but that one's probably the least likely to move just because of where it is and the fact that there isn't another class day that we can shift it to after there. Because Thanksgiving break is Wednesday through Sunday, as opposed to just the Thursday, Friday. Um, we do have a final exam in the class. That final exam is rolled into the overall grade, the overall 50% of the grade. And that final is an interesting one. It's actually an evening final. Most finals are during the day. Ours is in the evening because there are 3 Chem 105 sections that otherwise would be meeting at different times, and we wanted to make sure that you all took the exam at the same time. So we haven't had a room set for that one yet, but it will be on December 11th at 6 p.m. And we'll give you more details about that when it comes out. Now, as far as exam prep is concerned, again, I'm going to refer you to Blackboard here. You can see that in Blackboard, everything's arranged by module. And so if I click on any individual module, I'm going to find links and information about that particular link to the homework, PowerPoints that you can download, links to the active homework, information about each quiz. And when I get to an exam, I'm going to find more of the same. I'm going to find a breakdown of the exam. I'm going to find information about the exam, including here's a practice test and a practice test key. And these are actually links to review sessions that I did in the past that I have since posted on YouTube. Now, most exams, if we can figure out a way to do it, I do try to hold exam review sessions in the day or two leading up to the exam to help you prepare and help you to study. If there's time in the schedule, I try to do it in class. There usually isn't enough time to do it a full kind of look. So I usually try to work it into the schedule for the week. And that usually means that it's mid to late afternoon in 1 or 2 of the days before. So if the exam's on Friday, it might be at like 3 or 4 o'clock on Wednesday or on Thursday, to help get you ready. And those sessions are always recorded. So if you don't happen to be there, you can still watch along and get an idea of what we talked about and get your questions answered if you put them in advance. So that's all for exams. If you have any questions about our exam policy or how the exams kind of shake out and how they're related to the quizzes that feed into them, again, use that text box in the assignment 0. Otherwise, I will see you on Monday.